We'll see how these Johnnies adjust second time around.
First pitch to Zick, and that one misses upstairs. 1-0 the count. Zick worked a walk, stole a base, got over to third, but was stranded there after Puga and Warren couldn't drive her home. Zick pulls back the bunt, and she jumps ahead 2-0. And Zick, the type of player who doesn't get the same fanfare as somebody like Puga or Warren, but just so critical at the top of the St. John's order.
There's something to be said for doing the little things right. Getting on base, working walks, slapping it through the left side to get on base, stealing a base for your team. All those things win games ultimately and set up the big hitters and the big players for those big moments.
And Zick just one of 2 sophomores on this team, along with Madison Morris. 4-pitch walk for her. And a dangerous runner heads on over to first.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 22, Monique Landini.
Just as she did in her first at-bat, look for Zick to run here. She is a threat on the bases. 14 stolen bases on the year. Looking to get the runners in motion here in the 3rd inning.
There goes Zick. Throw from Lundstrom, and not in time. Second stolen base of the afternoon, and 15th of the season for Lauren Zick.
And if you're somebody like Zick, who has stolen a lot of bases against some of the tougher catchers in the country, you feel confident coming into Big East play, knowing that you can run on just about anybody that this conference has to offer behind the plate.
And really, it's going to take a perfect throw no matter who's behind the dish. Landini gets down the bunt. The throw to first is made in time. Mullery went with the bare hand as Zick gets on over to third.
Nice job by Mullery to stay with that little funky spin on that ball, but was able to get it over to first base for the out.
So this was the situation for Puga her first time up. Runner on third base, only one out. Trying to snap out of her funk. First pitch to Puga, down the line, and just foul.
Little inside-out swing there from Puga, but she's seeing the ball right now. I expect her to put a good swing on one of these pitches and drive it.
Puga struck out swinging her first time. This one popped up in the infield. Playable for Rurka, and she makes the play for out number 2.
Now batting the
struggles continue for Crystal Puga.
15,
and here is Savannah Warren with 2 down, and Zick still waiting on over at third.
Still not a bad position to be in if you're St. John's right now. You have the hottest hitter on your team up in a pivotal situation. Warren, as a right-handed batter, to be hitting close to 400, that's phenomenal on the Division I level.
First pitch changeup way upstairs there from Ramirez as Warren looks to drive in the run. Had a 3-run home run against Wagner in the home opener. Went 5 for 6 against Radford a couple games ago. Nice pitch from Ramirez. Warren couldn't handle it. Count to 1-1. Zick got the inning started with a walk, stole a base, and now is over at third. Off the fist of Warren. Foul ball.
If I'm Warren right now, I'm thinking base hit up the middle. I have the speediest runner on the team right now on third base. I don't have to do very much. Just find a gap. Find a way to score that run.
Ramirez tried to go back to the changeup. Didn't work there. Count even at 2-2. St. John's has won 8 of its last 10 against Providence. Took 2 of 3 a season ago against the Friars. 2-2 in the dirt. Gets away from Lundstrom. Here comes Zick. And St. John's takes the lead 2-1.
The assist there goes to Dean Maldonado behind the plate. It bounced off of his shoe. So that'll do for St. John's. Couldn't get the hit in that situation, but hey, they'll take the run.
So St. John's has scored 2 runs in Not the most typical way that they usually score their runs. Here's a 3-2, and right up the middle, a base hit for Savannah Warren. The inning continues for St. John's. Warren, her first hit of the game. And here comes the freshman Caitlin Matera.
If you're Ramirez in that situation, I think you feel a little bit better about that run scoring. Know that Warren got a hit anyway in that at-bat. So either way, the run would have scored. Now it's just a matter of moving on and making sure that the big hitter in Matera doesn't do some more damage.
Matera, base hitter, first time up. Great piece of hitting. Ripped into left field. It's going to get down for an extra base hit. Warren is going to get the turn to come home. Here's the throw to the plate. It's high, and Warren slides in safely. An RBI triple for the freshman Matera.
What a silky smooth swing there from Matera, lacing it into the left center field gap. She does not swing the bat like a freshman, that's for sure.
St. John scores for the second time this inning. The lead pushed to 3-1 on an excellent piece of hitting from Matera. And after Ramirez had battled through so much the first couple of innings, St. John's looking to open things up here in the third. Brittany Garcia at the plate. And wouldn't this be the perfect time for Garcia to get an RBI hit?
Absolutely. This team has shown this whole season that they do very well with 2 outs. They do not look at the scoreboard with 2 outs and think that the inning is over. So if Garcia is able to come through here, that'll be big for her.
Ramirez misses high with that off-speed pitch. Count to 1-1. Garcia scored the first run of the game, got on with a fielder's choice. Was able to get home after the error from Providence. Two-1. And Ramirez has lost a little bit of her control here in the third. Garcia with a great look here at 3-1.
What I really like about this St. John's team is that they let the game come to them. They're not trying to do too much with the bats. They're not swinging at pitches out of the zone. They're waiting for their pitch to drive, and then they drive it.
RBI number 14 from Matera to push it to 3-1. Garcia gets the base hit down the third base line. Matera scores. Garcia to second, and it's an RBI double for the senior. Lead to 4-1.
Extra bases are contagious today for these Johnnies. Doing a great job working gap to gap to find a way to get extra base hits.
And that one's got to feel good for Garcia. Her 6th RBI this season. And more importantly, a 3-run cushion for Mackenzie Murray and the Red Storm. All this scoring coming with 2 outs for St. John's. We'll get a timeout here. Just incredible how an inning can get out of control after one bad pitch from Ramirez that goes off the umpire's shoe, run scores, and the floodgates open for the Red Storm.
It's all about how you bounce back in softball, though. One bad pitch can't be the determinant for the rest of the game. You have to bounce back. This is not a game that you can dwell on the past. You have to constantly be looking forward to the next pitch, the next out, the next big play.
And St. John's so experienced at doing that. Providence, much younger team. They haven't faced the same competition. They're learning to do that right now, and it's such a challenge when you have to catch up against a team like St. John's.
It is a challenge. This is where St. John's experience really pays off.
Providence, a team that played a lot of mid-majors in that preseason slate. Stetson, LIU Brooklyn, Marshall, Florida Gulf Coast, Fort Wayne. Those are the types of teams that Providence faced in the first 15, 20 games of the season. Much different than a Michigan, Florida, Oregon State. Here's the freshman Gretchen Bowie. 2 down, Garcia over at second. Bowie knocks that one off of Lundstrom's mask. Count to 1-2.
And even just for the St. John's team to get a taste of West Coast softball too, it's a different style of softball altogether when you play teams from the Pac-12 conference, from those California places. So it's a big benefit for them to see the fast-paced game, a different game than they play on the East Coast.
Three runs already home for the Johnnies here in the third, looking to add on. And Bowie knocks that one foul. So the story goes that Amy Cavilhag and the staff were recruiting Gretchen Bowie. They asked her high school coach, can this girl hit? Well, Gretchen Bowie proved that. She hit a home run to center field right where Amy Cavilhag was sitting watching the game. And here's a big drive to left towards the wall. It's gone. 2-run blast for Gretchen Bowie, and St. John's with a big inning here in the third. It's now 6-1.
And right on cue there, DJ, that wasn't straightaway center field, but that was left center gap. Beautiful swing, got a pitch up in the zone, was able to take it over the fence.